Okay, let's try this again. It says, excellent connection. Go live. It says, go live. Excellent connection. That's what it says. And then it comes back with this, nope.
Oops.
Open the widget. Open the widget. Open the widget. Excellent connection. Open the widget. Nope, not receiving enough data. Gonna annoy people. You know what? Maybe I'll just upload. Maybe I'll just do a talk and I just won't do a live. And I'll upload like the olden days. Maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. I'll figure it out, or I'll get so annoyed I'll quit with YouTube just like everybody else is doing. It's just stupid. It's dumb. Anyway, so what was I talking about before I was rudely interrupted? Oh, I was talking about the talk that I was listening to with Archbishop Vigiano when he addresses the Catholic identity and how there really have been evildoers, Benedict being one of them, that have been trying to freaking infiltrate and take over the world with through religions and with like the new world, the WHO and the whole like all of them, they're all have been all involved, and now they're all saying, hey, this is how it is, you know, this is what they've been doing. Really have been eating people, you know, 8,000 people accounted for or unaccounted for, and right under all these, you know, the UN's noses, right under all these people that are supposed to be taking care, you know, the trusted servants. Nope, they ain't been doing what they're supposed to be doing. I did it too for years and years. I did it too. I freaking spent all the money on the concerts for the Faust idols. You know, I did it too. All the people that were... No, I never ate nobody. No, Mom. No, God, no. No, that's hell karma. That's what you... No, I never... There's no... See, what they do is they use parts of their... Like remember when they put you on that hormone replacement therapy after they cut your uterus in half when I was born? They took out one of your ovaries? See, that's what they do is they take women's eggs and stuff like that, and they make all this mad science stuff with it, this crazy mad science, and then they made you they took out they did that to you, and then they gave here's some Premarin, some pills that they put horse urine in, right? And then there was an episode on Longmire when they killed when they found the sheep that had its head cut off and had its pancreas missing. It's like Chinese. It's like medicine makers make these elixirs and things by using people and animal parts to make people younger, you know, for plastic surgery. They inject this, you know, into their but you're killing the animal and harming the people to do it, you know. And all these famous rich people, they've been on like hooked on juicy chrome, which is a derivative, which comes from the human vessel, but you have to end the life of the vessel to get the stuff, to the elixir. Yeah, all this stuff was in the movie The Dark Crystal years ago when I was a kid. So I always thought it was weird when I heard the stories about how it played out. You know, how it's playing out. I'm like, how come people aren't seeing this? You know, there's all of these kids that are all these people go missing every year. Disappearing people. What do people think ever happens to them? But you know what happens? Like sometimes people lose family members and stuff. They just get paid off. You know. And then some women, like, they're with all this nasty storylines that are going on with, like, the late-term abortions and stuff like that. That's just awful. We won't talk about that. That's a little too dark for you. I'm not sharing that darkness with you. But they just have been doing too many bad things with people for too long. And I'm trying to... And I was told about this video about the timeline, some timeline video that has, you know, has talked about how Trump has set this up to expose all of this. Yeah, and what he was doing when he was going around his world tour with this big book, this big binder of all the people in it, that, you know, and this guy and the Pope, or not the Pope, but this Archbishop, he even names like Bill Gates, and yeah, names people. You know, this, and who's not going to believe the freaking bishop? Who's not going to believe, you know? So now people can't freaking deny this shit because it's booyah right here. Yeah, you know? So they already lost freaking, you know, So it's just like all these people that have known what the truth has been for years and years, has known what the corruption is for years and years. It's the truth is being revealed, and that's why I've been so squirrely in my all of my emotions of all. Besides the fact that we moved, from Oregon to Arizona, that's been kind of stressful in itself. And then the truck dies, and I should be getting a call in this afternoon about the state of her condition, and but also we empaths, we feel collective energy before big shit happens. So that way we feel it, we process, and then when everybody else goes through it, then we're like, oh, we get to help other people triage. This is going to be a time for a great spiritual triage. We are going to have to open our hearts to people we don't want to open our hearts to. See, because everybody's going to be reeling. Everybody's going to be reeling. I was because of the freaking upset, because of the reality of what the world has been. All this stuff, the population of the world has had its head buried in the sand by just electing circle of greed, but since Trump got in there, he's not a politician, and he's been keeping track of who all the nefarious evildoers have been his whole life.
Really? So
yes.
He's very conscientious.
Yes. And in his talks, he talks about God, and you see other people, they talk about God, and you look at the people in the background and see their expressions on their faces, and they're not clapping, they're not for God. It's like Hollywood, the government, churches, they've all been serving gods, but these other 6 gods of darkness, not God, Jesus Christ.
It's going to come back.
It's going to come back in a huge way here pretty quick. And I am happy to report, talked to Mr. Iski last night. My ears on the ground in the Midwest in Omaha, and Trump went out to see him, or he didn't go. He went. He had other things to do. They were giving away tickets online, and they ran out of those. They people got them all. They sold out. Essentially, they're free tickets, but they sold out. And then bus loads of other people from all over the area were coming in to go to the rally to try and get in, and they were turning bus loads of people away. So that is because what they try to do is they're going to try and say, in the polls they say Biden is winning he's up by 54% approval rate, right? But see, how much are they not showing about Biden and his son and the stuff that they just discovered this last week? Because they're just freaking drunken cokeheads. That's all they are. Biden, he was the vice president under. I never even heard the man speak until I've seen recently videos about how last night they played it. It was Pockets of the Future. Paul Romano. I hope he sticks around. I really like that guy. He's about ready to be done with the tubes too, because they freaking blocked him too. But he called instead of calling his Donald, he called Donald Trump George Bush in an interview. Because he's freaking senile. He's 74, but he's not as healthy as 74 because he's been a drunk his whole life. So he can't, he doesn't grasp stuff, and so he called, he's running against Donald Trump, but he called, we can't have old George be president, and it's dude, that was 3 terms ago, 2 terms, whatever, but this is, and the guy's a pervert. He freaking, there's videos of him putting his hand with the little girl's hand, his private parts and stuff. It's just, how is this guy allowed? And all these people are like, Biden. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with these people? They're just totally glazed over by what they're told, because they don't want to believe the reality of the situation of what the world really is. Who wants to? That's why 800,000 people go missing every year. And 800,000. They don't, but more people are freaked out about the fucking Rona, right? That's the flu. And where am I? You know, it's just, that's all lies. It's all a lie. This is all a lie. And people that watch my tube know it's all a lie. And that's why, and when people say it's all a lie, that's when their channels get taken down. Because the people that benefit from it are the people that, you know, because it's all about fear and spending money. All of it is. You scare people, they go freaking, it's called retail therapy. And when you don't have a power outside yourself or inside yourself to soothe yourself, people go to external things to make themselves feel better. Drinking, news account of a man who drinking a beer, driving down the road, and then shortly after, he was in a fatal accident. Yeah. It's people, they're out of control with their ego. It's when people do whatever they want, and they don't care. And I know this. I speak from experience. I'm Aries Sun. Aries Sun are very known and versed for being selfish, just doing what they want to do when they want to do it. And when I was drinking, I did that. I don't care about nobody, Mom. I don't care about the dogs. I don't care about you. I don't care about nobody. I just want to do what I want to do. I'm ugly. I'm gross. That's what happens when I drink. It takes my spirit, and ego comes in. And ego is all that me, I. Yeah. So what I realized is the consequences every time I drank got worse and worse, and that's God telling me, you're gonna die. I will take you from this earth. If you do not realize that this is not life, is not solely for you, I will, you know. And so I was like, all right. And then I realized I live for you. I live to spend my days and enjoying my time with my mom and my dogs. And then whatever joy, you know, whatever joy and elation I get from doing that, I share with people on here. And we go through and we listen to talks and stuff, and we exchange, and and then Mom gives me ideas of stuff to talk about here, you know, because Mom and I have been through a lot in our life. We've been through more, just the two. We've been through more than most. We've been through more than most, because there ain't a whole lot of people that where I can tell stories to where they don't cringe. When they don't go, ooh. And it's just like, you're oohing my life, man. You're oohing my life. You know, just be like, oh, how remarkable that you're cool today, Marge. It's pretty remarkable that you're okay today. And you want to help other people get okay too. Get to a point when their spirit gets so weighed down by denseness and lower vibrational beings, they don't want to live anymore. There's so many people that are going to give up right now and just freaking no more pain. Nope. It's just people are tired of hurting. They're tired of hurting. They're tired of hurting and being in pain. They're tired. Physical pain, emotional pain. People are just real tired. But it seems like, I think my stream is okay now.
What brings it on is people having been mean to them? Is what brings it on? Or
I'm not exactly sure what brings it on. See, I start talking and then it cut me off. No, it still says I'm live. I'm just going to keep going.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not going. See, that's the thing is we're on election night. Ain't nobody going nowhere on election night.
Is it election night?
No, election night is today's the 28th of October. So election night is how many days? There's 31 days.
Oh, it's a while.
3 days, less than a week. So wait, a week from yesterday because it's Tuesday. I don't know what this is doing. Open widget! Open widget! That's what YouTube says. That'll fix it! Open widget! Open widget! Oh, so it's the it's the dialed down interwebs. I need to change it back to my other router. I might change it back to my other router. Because I have my private router. Oh, look what LinkedIn says. Third Eye, be brave for yourself, Third Eye. Well, LinkedIn, where have you been for the last few years? I've been pretty fucking brave, LinkedIn. Already been brave, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a website. It's a social, connecting media site for professionals. You know, it's headquartered in Omaha, Nebraska. I used to drive past it in the back way to go to the mall. It's just a small building. LinkedIn, you know, it ain't that big of a deal. and they just think they are. Because one of the lawyers that